This franchise has always been about players, it's always been about basketball, and it's about anything we can do to help the player become the best they can be. This is really a huge example and an opportunity to show the rest of the league and the world and that's involved in women's sports what it takes to be a high-level athlete.
It's an unbelievable day for the Indiana Fever, another step for our franchise, again, to make this the best franchise in the world.
The Indiana Fever just made a major $78 million investment, but that's not the most exciting story today. While all the attention is on their cutting-edge U facility, we got the exclusive details on a free agency move that's causing a stir across the WNBA.
So the Indiana Fever announced that they're going to open a new practice facility coming up before the 2027 season, but they're going to get their own facility now. And they showed the mock-ups online, and it's as you would expect, right? It's going to be state-of-the-art. It's going to be awesome. It's going to look cool.
Caitlin Clark and the entire Fever roster are set to welcome a new addition, but who could it be? We're diving into the Fever's bold moves, from their state-of-the-art training center to the superstar free agent they've just signed. Think you know what's coming next for Caitlin Clark and her team? Stick with us to discover why Indiana might soon become the most exciting destination in the WNBA. Ready? Let's dive in.
As the CEO of Pacer Sports Entertainment, I couldn't be more excited for both our men's and our women's teams to have their own standalone practice facilities. I think it's expanding our campus in a great way. It's providing them everything they need to have the best performance that they can on the court. And I think it's absolutely the right time to do it.
Imagine this, a basketball haven covering 108,000 square feet. That's exactly what the Indiana Fever just unveiled. But what's the reasoning behind this huge move? Let's break it down. We're talking about a $78 million facility designed to redefine what a WNBA team's home can be. This space is nearly double the size of the largest current or planned WNBA facilities and even surpasses the size of some NBA team arenas. The Fever are making a bold statement, and it's unmistakable.
All of the weight and conditioning equipment. Obviously, we'll have 2 full-size courts. It'll be available 24/7 for them to come and utilize it, but also just the best in recovery, the best in mental health, places for them to be able to also record content, podcasts, and other things that they may have to go off-site and waste time doing things like that. So they can really maximize their time spent focusing on their performance and not on other things.
What's inside this basketball paradise? 2 full-size courts, plus top-notch strength training areas, recovery rooms, saunas, and infrared therapy spaces that feel more like a spa than a sports facility. But that's not all. There are also mental health resources, a full-service kitchen, a podcast studio, and even a nail salon. The Fever are focused on more than just training. They're committed to supporting the whole player, on and off the court.
Well, first of all, our goals for this new training center is really to provide a first-in-class training center that is designed exclusively for women athletes. And I think that's important to note because it's not just a gym, it's a holistic approach to how women athletes train, recover, rehab.
This is going to be the best in class when it comes to a women's professional training facility. And not just the day that it opens, we're going to set this up and think about this as the best in class for many years to come.
Let's talk timing. The new facility opens in 2027, coinciding with Aaliyah Boston's rookie deal expiring and Caitlin Clark's contract ending in 2028. The Fever are planning for the future and sending a message to stars and free agents. This is the place to be. In contrast, the Connecticut Sun share their practice space with birthday parties and yoga classes. As Alyssa Thomas put it, "We're a professional team competing for playoffs, and we have to share our court with a 2-year-old's birthday party." Quite the difference.
So when I played in the Connecticut Sun, we practiced in like the recreational, like the tribal facility because the team is owned by the tribe. And so sometimes there'll be people doing like yoga classes and
that's crazy.
And different stuff. And like we'll be on the court, like practicing on the full court, like the full
During
NBA
your
size
practice
court.
they're doing that?
Right. And then they'll come in and we have to like put the divider down.
hell no.
And then we'll start going on a court that was like smaller than like a high school court. Kid you not, while we're in the playoffs.
They talking about keep it down. We got a yoga class going on over here.
Yeah, and it's like you peek your head over the side and it's like 3 people over there like doing downward dog or something crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Caitlin Clark's Instagram post got me energized this Thursday. Aaliyah Boston is already using it to recruit, telling free agents that Indiana is the place to be, with the Fever's strong support for players. Even Lisa Leslie praised the effort, commenting, "This is what investing in women looks like. When legends take notice, you know you're on the right path."
As we look toward Indianapolis becoming the epicenter of women's sports, having professional women's sports teams and having dedicated training facilities for them is really a key piece of putting that together.
Caitlin Clark's Instagram post fired me up this Thursday. Alia Boston is already using it as a recruiting tool, telling free agents that Indiana is the place to be, thanks to the Fever's strong support for players. Lisa Leslie also praised the initiative, commenting, "This is what investing in women looks like. When legends recognize your efforts, you know you're headed in the right direction."
So we finally got the news that we expected to hear all along for Kelsey Mitchell. We finally got the news, and it is that Kelsey Mitchell of the Indiana Fever has received the core designation. Yes, Kelsey Mitchell has been cored by the Indiana Fever.
Big news out of Indiana. The Fever have CED'd Kelsey Mitchell. In the WNBA, this means they get exclusive negotiating rights during free agency. Mitchell is a star, and the Fever showed their commitment by offering her a one-year Supermax contract worth nearly $250,000. It's a strong move that highlights their plans to build a powerhouse team.
If you're asking me to give a percentage chance of Kelsey Mitchell staying, I would go as far as to say 99. I'd go as far as say 90.
Mitchell can still leave, but only if the Fever agree to a trade, which seems unlikely. If she does, the Fever could get valuable assets in return. But why would she leave now? The Fever are building something great, and she's key to it. Imagine Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark in the same backcourt, a scoring force to be reckoned with.
There's no reason why Kelsey Mitchell wouldn't want to play with the Fever, and we've basically seen the Fever posting about Kelsey Mitchell everywhere, so it's not like it's something that is unlikely, but it is going to be huge. And at this stage, it's trust the process. It's trust the organization. Because look, this organization has proven that they're willing to put the money back that's generated by it.
Mitchell averaged 19.3 points per game last season, and a light performance achieved alongside stars Clark and Boston, who drew heavy defensive attention. With Clark and Mitchell on the same court, defenses will struggle to stop both. The Fever are building a roster poised for long-term success. With 9 players under contract for 2025 and $650,000 in cap space, they can pay Mitchell her Supermax salary and still sign another key player.
This is the smartest thing for you, and there's no way that and there's no agent in the world that would tell Kelsey Mitchell not to sign with Indiana. To be honest, there is no agent in the world that will tell any player not to sign in Indiana. If you're asking me what team should Kelsey Mitchell play for if she's in reality, the answer is the Indiana Fever. There's no basketball, there's no genuine basketball reason for her to play for anyone else. Is there even a non-basketball reason for her to play for the Fever? There's no maybe if we're talking about non-basketball reasons, personal reasons maybe, but off the court reasons there's none either. So,
and then also you're one of the top free agents in this year. So I mean, do you have any ideas of what you might prioritize, or do you plan to stay in Dallas next season?
Yeah, I mean, I've already communicated with Dallas how grateful I am because they've made this a home for me for the past years, and I'm working with them together and finding a next home for me because I've already played my last game in Dallas.
We're talking about none other than Satou Sabally. During a media availability for Unrivaled, Sabally dropped this out of nowhere. "I've already played my last game in Dallas." Just like that, the WNBA free agency landscape shifted dramatically.
And I'm just excited. I'm excited for free agency. I'm able to talk to a lot of players. outside the league because I have not played on a different team yet. And I'm excited to get to know them more on a personable level, but also knowing how they approach the game. And I just love having basketball conversations and high level IQ conversations about the game to know where I will fit best in the future.
Ben?
Yeah, to just following up there, I guess, because you said it's out to, what was Dallas's reaction when you communicated that to them?
Obviously, at first they were still trying, but I think what is most effective is working with the player and listening to their wishes and hearing out how we can find the best solution for each other.
But they've been effective tonight. Williams slips the pass. Get that egg out of our basket.
Dallas needed a little bit of juice, a little bit of energy right there. Thank you for that, Satu.
Caitlin is the face right now, and that's also good. She's selling out gyms. Why would you hate against that? We had a sold out home opener. I think it was a practice game, like it wasn't even serious. We benefited from that because now we have all our fans there and they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing.